major focus this year at Silverdale and Summit K-9 is about creating positive relationships between families and the school, making connections that will be long-lasting, also breaking down barriers that may have existed in the past between those families and schools. Talked about trust like a sheet of paper. Whenever you break trust with someone else and try to repair it, it's never the same. Now at Silverdale Elementary, we figured out that happiness is not tied to what we do for ourselves. It's actually more tied to what we do for other people. When you pour into other people's lives, when you show that you love them, you care about them, you respect them, you honor them, you create joy in their lives, and that joy reciprocates. But always have the joy of playing the game, win or lose. Make sure that your facial expressions and your actions don't make it obvious if you've won or lost. This week at Silverdale Elementary, we talked about what to do when storms come in our life, when we have those grave difficulties, those situations that are massive. And we talked about making sure to measure your reaction based on the situation. As we continue to talk about resilience at Silverdale Elementary School, we talk about difficult truths and really about difficult conversations in general. This week at Silverdale, we talked about not allowing people to live in your head rent-free. For students, they have a hard time understanding what that means. So we talked about relationships as ways of investing into other people's lives. When you have a relationship with somebody and conflict happens, you should care. They should be in your head. This should be something that bothers you and that you want to find resolution for those issues. But when people don't have a relationship with you and conflict happens, you shouldn't let them live in your head rent-free. Said, if we're focusing on resilience, should we hold on to hurts, pain, suffering, sorrow, all those things? Should we hold on to the wrongs that other people have done, or should we forgive them? Should we release them from that? Should we let them go? Way to think about is what happens when struggles come your way. Are you alone? Do you have to call out and people come to you? Or do people just rally around you automatically without even asking for it? So talking about truly valuable things. The things in life that we can't do without. Friendships, family, community. Those things around us that make life so much better. If you're putting positive things into your mind, your head, and your heart, when trouble happens and things spill out, the positive things will spill out with them. When you're working within your strengths, when you're doing what you're meant to do, when your character is evident, those are times when you're doing well. I keep telling the kids stop playing in the puddle, but if you can't beat them,